We're at the Parsons farm in Richford, Vermont. I'm Chet Parsons with my wife Kate. We've been raising sheep here for probably the last 30 years or so. We're supposed to be retired, but during lambing we're probably working harder than we've ever worked.
How many lambs on the ground this year, Chet?
We've got just about 80. Just about 80, yeah. They started lambing about St. Patrick's Day, and we got the majority of them lambed in the first 2.5 weeks or so. Of course, that's when it turned super cold, which is, I guess, that's farming. That's the way it works. So it was a little trying this year, but you know, you hope to have nice, easy weather. It makes it a lot easier to deal with. One day, I think we had 5 sets of twins and a set of triplets.
Is that common?
Well, it usually happens once or twice during lambing when it all happens. But, you know, with 80 lambs, you've got to get more than one a day. Between my wife and I, we spend quite a lot of time in the barn when they're lambing. You know, you've got to make sure. And I've been raising sheep that are pretty good mothers, so you know we don't have to do that much as a rule, but you do have to take care of them when you get up here and you find lambs. We put them in a lambing pen, you know, so give them a few days to get attached to each other, you know, so we can watch them and make sure they're doing okay, and then they get turned out with the rest. Sometimes you get some that don't have enough milk and you have to supplement the milk. That's usually true with triplets. Usually the mother doesn't have enough milk to feed all 3, and sometimes you get an older ewe that's put all of her energy into having 2 beautiful lambs, but she doesn't have enough milk to feed them, so you have to supplement the milk. It's just part of the game.
Are they rambunctious? Sometimes
they form a lamb pack and tear around the barn here and kick up their heels and have a great time, yeah. But other times they're just happy to just lay and sleep and, you know, eat and sleep. The singles that really grow fast, you know, they'll be ready for market in probably 5 months or so. The majority will be more like 6 or 7. And then there'll be some stragglers that'll drag later than that, but yeah. But our plan is to get them up and going in good shape before grass gets here. And then when grass gets here, because they're pretty much totally grass-fed and grass-finished. I don't feed any grain. I do feed some alfalfa pellets. Right now the lambs can get in the creep and get alfalfa pellets if they want. And when the mothers are in the lambing pens, they get a little extra in the form of alfalfa pellets, but I don't feed any grain. Well, if you think you're going to get rich doing it, don't do it, because it's a challenge. But and another thing, there aren't good markets available, so you pretty much have to develop your own markets, which we've done over the years. And that's always a challenge. Most farmers like the idea of raising animals. They don't like the idea of selling their product. So sometimes that's been a challenge, but we've been at it long enough, so we do pretty well.